Delish and Dior has been brought to you by Yolanda. What's that smell coming through the door? It's Delish and Dior. What's that smell coming through the door? It's Delish and Dior. What's that smell coming through the door? It's Delish.
Carpe diem. Carpe diem, everyone. Welcome to my second season. This is Delish and Dior. I am your girl, Chrissy Dior, and I am so excited to bring to you guys this brand new format. We are live, baby. So today, guest is a very special person to me. She is a developing entrepreneur who is getting not only her hands, but her feet wet as well in the world of business. Her name is Ivory Brown. She is my sister. So she will be on a little bit later today to talk about and showcase her latest business venture. So be sure to stick around for that. But first things first, let's get into this ingredient list. Let me tell you guys what we have on deck. We are making a Cajun chicken and sausage pasta. Y'all know I love everything spicy, so we kicking the first episode off with something spicy, just like last season. So everybody get pen and paper really quick so you can take a note on the ingredients that you're going to need. Okay, so first things first, you're going to need 2 tablespoons of olive oil. You're going to need a pound of chicken breast. You're going to need a pound of smoked sausages. You're going to need 3 cups of heavy cream. You're also going to need 4 cups of chicken broth. You're going to need some butter, some Cajun seasoning, of course, minced garlic, some penne pasta, some Parmesan cheese, and that's about it. So let's get into cooking this chicken. So first things first, you're going to have to pan sear your chicken before you put it in your crock pot. So we're gonna wash our chicken really quick.
Definitely make sure that first thing first is washing the chicken. There's still some people out there who don't even understand.
You gotta wash that chicken. You have to wash your chicken.
Right.
You have to.
Right.
You know, all the germs,
Vital.
all the salmonella, all that stuff. You have to wash the chicken. Please wash the chicken.
You don't know what be going on in the chop shop.
Right.
Oh my God, okay. So pro tip really quick. Before you pan sear your chicken, it is always good to dab your chicken with paper towel. Simply because it will keep your chicken moist and it will not, the skin on the chicken won't brown as quickly. So, and then while we are pan searing our chicken, you should also heat up your crock pot as well. You do not want to add warm food to a cold crock pot, simply because you'll add an additional 15 to 20 minutes onto your cooking time.
When you say you go in and add warm food to a cold crock pot?
Yeah, you want to have a warm crock pot before you put your food in. Especially with like pan-seared chickens and things that deal with the aromatics. You definitely want to have a warm crock pot. We are just cutting this chicken dry. I just went ahead and threw 2 tablespoons of olive oil. So once your chicken is seasoned, you're gonna take your chicken, you're gonna put it right inside of this hot skillet. The sizzle lets you know that your heat is up perfectly and that your skillet is nice and hot. So you're gonna season your chicken, not season, you're gonna sear, you're gonna sear your chicken breast for 2 minutes on each side. We just wanna get them nice and brown. So let me give you a couple fun facts about our dish today. Penne pasta. This little stuff right here. Did you know that this is the most famous Italian pasta? I didn't know that. I actually thought that it would have been spaghetti, since everyone uses spaghetti in almost every dish. Also, penne pasta is most often paired with heavier meats like your steaks, your ground beef, your chickens, and tomato-based sauces. You do not want to use a penne pasta with a light cream sauce or seafood. Turn this over a little bit. Also, did you know that Cajun food is like mainly derived from the southern parts of the United States? Did you also know that it was originated by the Acadian immigrants who fled to the South from Canada in the 18th century? I didn't know anything like that.
Wait, Cajun food came from Canada?
Cajun food came from Canada, from Creoles who lived in Canada, from French people who lived in Canada who migrated to the South in the 18th century. Yep.
Never knew that. Never would even guess that. Like, you think of Canada, you don't think about heat.
At all. Not at all. And that's the next fact. So Cajun food is known for being unmistakably spicy with combinations of uncommon flavors. So when you think of Cajun food, I'm sure you think of jambalaya, you think of gumbo, and a sausage called boudin. Boudin is really, really good. It's a really spicy sausage, but it's delicious.
Already feeling good.
Mm-hmm. And that's just some seasoned chicken. Look. So I do have a wine sommelier coming on, my sister, a little bit later. But a little research that I did, as far as wines that are concerned to pair with this dish would be a Chardonnay. Chardonnay with a Burgundy destination. These wines are considered to be powerful and rich with more complex fruit flavors and earthy notes. Also, really, really quickly, while our chicken is searing, I want to give a quick shout out to my nephew Trey Sean. He is right now. He should be about to go on stage. He is performing in the play Shrek.
What's his character?
He is. Let me see. He's playing a multitude of characters. But his main two characters, he will be speaking for Tweedledee and Lord Farquaad's dad. And he'll also be dancing as the Grumpy Dwarf, the Doko Dancer, and the Doko Dancer. So, Trey Sean, break a leg, my boy. Break a leg, have an amazing show.
Trey Sean, all right.
Mwah, Auntie loves you, but get back to the cooking.
4 rolls, you're going to kill it.
All right.
Yeah, right. You're going to be busy.
So our chicken is almost done searing. We're going to go ahead and get that ready to put that right on in the pot.
Now, I've seen people where they put raw meat into the crock pot. I've never done that personally, but I've seen that happen like in the interwebs. Mm-hmm. But I never really trusted, so I'm just like, okay, like I'm gonna cook it first before I put it in there. So you obviously this is something that we need to do, like sear it first and we give it a sear, right?
Some foods, yes, you do sear, like chickens, but things like if you're making a stew, like let's say we're making a beef stew, you wouldn't want to sear that meat. You would want to just put that meat right in there with all of the good vegetables and broth and things like that, and seasonings, and just let the meat cook and soak in that overnight.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. It's like when I make my chicken noodle soup, I put all that in that pot.
Yeah. Everything goes in there, right.
Everything.
Yeah. And plus you let it cook for a long time, so.
All right, so our chicken should be nice and seared. I'm gonna go ahead and take that out, and you're gonna sit that right in the bottom of your crock pot, like so. So next we are going to cut up our smoked sausages. You're gonna cut these up into 1 inch, like the size of an inch. So I'll show you how big I cut mine. Some other interesting facts about Chardonnay. Chardonnays have a wide range of flavor depending on where they are grown, where the grapes are grown. Warmer regions tend to produce flavors like pineapple and mango, whereas cooler regions tend to produce flavors like apple and pear and peach or peach. I believe the wine that we are pairing today with our dish,
It's actually going to be a Malbec.
right, I believe it's a Malbec. And a Malbec is another good wine to pair with Cajun food. This wine is often referred to as a dark red. Malbecs often tend to be higher in alcohol content than a Merlot or, let's say, a Pinot Noir. And Malbecs are a very popular wine as well, because it is produced in 7 different countries, with the main country being Argentina. And Chardonnays are, if you didn't know, Chardonnays are the cousins to a Pinot Noir. So if you like a Pinot Noir, you'd like a Chardonnay too.
So this goes with this is paired with a white wine then.
Well, you can use white and red, so it just depends on which one. So it's kind of both like on the dry side. So like as she was explaining with the Chardonnay is more like a medium dry, and then like the Malbec is like a red dry medium as well. So it just kind of goes off with the taste. So,
And you want the fruit flavors to complement the spicy food, to take the spice off the food.
Got it.
It's all about the boldness when it comes to wine,
Yeah.
especially red. A lot of people don't like red because it's
So
dry.
bold.
Yeah, and a lot of people say it tastes at the barrel.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
But if you're eating something sweet and then you're eating a dry, it's not gonna complement it. So you're gonna be like, well, I don't like this.
Okay. Yeah. I just like whatever has alcohol in it. So red wine, white wine.
Well, red wine has a higher alcohol content.
Nice.
So we just put our smoked sausages inside. We cut those up. Next, we are going to add in the rest of our ingredients: our butter, our cream. Give me 1 second. Like at home when I cook, my kitchen is like a freaking mess. So give me a quick second. Let me wash my hands.
Yeah, that's a little war zone, as I call it. Whenever I'm in there, putting them together, it's you got your little war zone where everything's chaos. There's nothing pretty about that.
Typically, when I'm at home, I have a 3-year-old right on my hip talking about, "Mommy, I want to cook too." So.
Oh, so she's your little assistant.
She's the assistant.
Your little sous chef.
She's the sous chef.
Yeah.
Might have her come on for the Father's Day episode.
Oh, okay. That's really fun.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah.
So next thing we're gonna. Give me a quick second, you guys. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no, it's good.
Out of order.
It's good. We're enjoying these aromas you're creating right now.
Yeah, it smells so good.
Yeah, it's how you create the anticipation.
So next we're gonna add our 3 cups of heavy cream. Okay, so my measuring cup measures for 2 cups. So those 2 cups, and then we're gonna add an additional cup right now.
The cream.
Go ahead and put that right on in there.
It's live, baby. Anything can happen.
Anything can happen. So this dish calls for 2 cloves of garlic, and if you don't know what 2 cloves of garlic,
Garlic.
yeah. A tongue twister. 2 cloves of garlic equals out to about, I want to say 2 teaspoons of minced garlic. So we got our teaspoon. Where's my garlic? I'm gonna throw our garlic in there.
Yeah, that minced garlic comes in handy. Sometimes you just don't have like
the time to just cut up garlic, and then when you do, you don't want it to go to waste. Right. It's just a lot. So
yeah.
And they say, I put that dish on everything.
So we just do our 2 teaspoons of minced garlic.
Okay.
We are now going to do 2 tablespoons of Cajun seasoning. Just sprinkle that on around in there. I might put 2.5 because we do like it spicy.
Yes, we do.
2.5. And then you're going to add in 4 cups of chicken broth as well.
Yeah, I remember hearing. I remember one time I was watching some cooking show, and they were saying that a lot of times for stock, like kind of like what you're doing right now, to create a stock for a slow cooking dish, people use water, and they're like, why? You're only limiting yourself when you're using water. So use chicken broth, use beef broth, you know what I mean, to be able to. That those are the flavors I'll be able to kind of mix into what you're making, even enhance it.
And it doesn't have to have. You can always get low sodium chicken broth and or beef broth if you're cooking. Say you like you're heavy on the hand with the salt, with the seasoning salt, or heavy on the hand with the adobo or the sazon. Just get a low sodium unsalted chicken broth, and you really can't taste it.
Right.
At all. All right, so now that that's done, we are going to put our lid on, secure it, and then you're going to cook this on low for 4 hours, or you can cook it on high for 2 to 3 hours. Give me 1 quick second, y'all. Let me clean the kitchen up.
Yeah, you're doing great.
Oh, okay, so I forgot, right? I forgot to add the butter. I can't not have the butter. So the butter. You're gonna add 4 tablespoons of butter.
Butter makes it so better. This could be any kind of butter. It could be
any kind of. I'm personally using unsalted butter.
Yeah.
Personally, I am. So we're gonna do 4 tablespoons. Yes. So typically, what you can do is, if you've never cut butter typically has a guide on here that you can cut. It'll tell you exactly what to cut. And you can put that in.
Genius, whoever came up with that concept.
Genius. So this is what 4 tablespoons of butter looks like. Very small. And just you can cut it up, dice it up, mince it up, but however you want to do it. We're just throwing it right inside. And now we put the lid on and cook this bad boy on high for 2 to 3 minutes, 2 to 3 hours or 4 hours on low. So you can go out, girl, go shopping real quick, go get your nails done, take a nap, and wake up and have an amazing dish. So we're gonna let this cook. And then we're gonna bring on my guests in about 2 minutes. So you guys, we're gonna take a quick commercial break. This episode is sponsored by Miss Yolanda Burnett, and we're gonna roll those credits right now.
Quick commercial.
Delish and Dior has been brought to you by Yolanda.org, Yolanda Burnett Music. Keep trying till you get there. I'm That Girl, Double Nickels. All available on major digital download stores. To learn more about Yolanda Burnett, visit Yolanda.org. Delish and Dior has been brought to you by Yolanda.org, Yolanda Burnett Music. Keep trying till you get there. I'm That Girl, Double Nickels. All available on major digital download stores. To learn more about Yolanda Burnett, visit Yolanda.org. Delish and Dior has been brought to you by Yolanda.org, Yolanda Burnett Music. Keep trying till you get there. I'm That Girl, Double Nickels. All available on major digital download stores. To learn more about Yolanda Burnett, visit Yolanda.org. Delish and Dior has been brought to you by Yolanda.org, Yolanda Burnett Music. Keep trying till you get there. I'm That Girl, Double Nickels. All available on major digital download stores. To learn more about Yolanda Burnett, visit Yolanda.org. Delish and Dior has been brought to you by Yolanda.org, Yolanda Burnett Music. Keep trying till you get there. I'm That Girl, Double Nickels. All available on major digital download stores. To learn more about Yolanda Burnett, visit Yolanda.org. Delish and Dior has been brought to you by Yolanda.org, Yolanda Burnett Music. Keep trying till you get there. I'm That Girl, Double Nickels. All available on major digital download stores. To learn more about Yolanda Burnett, visit Yolanda.org. Delish and Dior has been brought to you by Yolanda.org, Yolanda Burnett Music. Keep trying till you get there. I'm That Girl, Double Nickels. All available on major digital download stores. To learn more about Yolanda Burnett, visit Yolanda.org.
What's that smell coming through the door? It's delicious and Dior. What's that
that smell coming through the door? It's Delish and Dior. What's that smell coming through the door? It's Delish.
And welcome back, everybody. If you are just tuning in, we have already did the gist of the work when it comes to this Cajun chicken pasta. And now with the magic, it has now fast forwarded to 3 to 4 hours later. So our chicken has cooked. We took our chicken out of our slow cooker and we shredded it. Looks like this. You're gonna take your top off. So the next thing after you remove your chicken from your slow cooker is you're gonna add a half a cup of hot water in your uncooked penne pasta. You're gonna add that straight to this with the sausage and everything else, and you're gonna let that cook for an additional 30 minutes or until your pasta is nice and al dente, like you like it. And then once the pasta is tender, we're gonna stir in 2.5 cups of freshly grated Parmesan cheese. Make it nice and cheesy.
Oh, that cheese, that's so delicious. And that's a good Parmesan cheese
It's
too.
good fresh shredded cheese.
Yeah.
Good fresh shredded cheese. Okay, let's make it real cheesy. Let's just add 3 cups of cheese.
Yeah, why not, right? Go crazy.
Go crazy today for the premiere, right?
Yeah.
So then after you do that, you're gonna stir all of this yummy goodness up. If your pasta don't sound like that, your pasta dry, baby. If your look, we're gonna be real quiet. Listen to this. Listen. Baby, if your pasta don't sound like that, baby, that pasta is dry. You might want to go back to the drawing board and start over. So again, we are welcoming my guest today. Her name is Ivory Brown. She is going to take us on a very quick adventure, a wine tasting adventure. She is a sommelier. She'll give us a little insight on what sommeliers do. Sommeliers or sommeliers? Sommeliers, I'm sorry. Let me pronounce that correctly. What sommeliers do and how they help us out. So we're going to put this chicken in here.
Tomato.
Tomato. We're going to put that chicken in here. We're going to give this one good final stir before we plate and we drink. Also, shout out to my brother, John Robinson, for stopping through. He had an amazing performance in Lorraine. And his podcast is coming out at the end of April. Watch your mouth. If you watched my Father's Day episode, we talked about it there. If not, go ahead, go right on over to YouTube and get into that. What did we do? We did a keto style pulled pork. Cajun pulled pork. Yes. Yeah. Cajun style pulled pork. Keto friendly. So go right ahead, check that episode out. And watch your mouth coming at the end of April. All right, so come on, Ivy, let's eat, girl.
I'm all ready for the food.
So I'm gonna plate up a couple dishes because, like I said, my brothers are in the house. Mr. Mommy's Prophets himself. You guys have heard him on the 1 and 2s. Couple times.
I know that voice back there.
Who is that?
It's him.
Who is that? Sister, can you give them some steams? Sure. Thank you. So, you guys hear me calling her sister, but this is like my real life sister. Our moms have known each other since they went to grammar school. So we have been best friends. We've been sisters since the womb. Our children are the same age, and it's my baby. It's my sounding board. Give her welcome. Let's give her a nice, delicious Dior welcome. So, how are you, sister?
I am doing really good. How are you?
I'm good. Welcome, and thank you for coming through today.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
No problem. Y'all see all this cheese? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
No, I never called it cheese.
I'm plating really messy.
Yes.
I'm plating really messy right
Cheese
now.
is good.
I'm plating really messy. So, let's get into it, sister. What is a sommelier? Sommelier.
Hey.
Tomato, she said. It's the same tomato.
So I've started with this company called The Traveling Vineyard. I recently just started with them, so it just gives me an experience to like learn everything when it comes to wine. And I've just started, so it gives me like because I've always been a wine drinker. So with that, yes, like I love wines, and I'm a bottle reader, so I have to look at the bottle. I'm checking it, like what's this? Okay, good for me. So I said, let's not give it a shot and just try something new. So that's pretty much what I got into. And then the company, which I said is Traveling Vineyard, they're based out of Massachusetts. So they've been around for about 20 years. And then recently, they were purchased by a new owner. His name is Rick Libby. Hey, Rick.
Hey, Rick.
And then I do have a team lead. So her name is Karen. Shout out to Karen. Hey.
What's up, Karen?
So I've been with them, and then he's just been working with the company, and I just recently joined them. So it's just giving me something new to do. With the wine, I can't say the one that I did select. So it just pretty much just gives you like a taste of your likings. It's always good to like try to prepare like certain type of foods because you can't just eat anything and drink anything.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah. So with the company, we do also provide like sommelier education. So it gives you like
if you want to be a sommelier, you can go be a sommelier.
You can go be a sommelier too. You can sign up, and we can definitely get you started. You can also, so we do have wine tastings. So what I do is I go to your home, and then, or if you have an event, and then we just book you something. We figure out what's the good foods to pair on with. So just like what you cook, I made sure that I prepare a good wine for it. So
and you said that we are drinking a what today?
A Malbec.
A Malbec.
And this is one of our new wines, which is called Belando. So it's really good, and I like it. And we just got it in. So something new to taste.
No.
So pretty much with that, it's just, we just host our wine tastings. You taste a whole bunch of stuff. Pretty much I kind of like to do it as far as like what flavors you enjoy. And then I kind of like sneak some in there that people should say like, oh, I don't really like this, so that I could give them a little taste of something different.
Because you never know until you try it.
You never know until you try. And if you're trying it with the right things.
That's
so like you can't eat something like let's see, like a chocolate chip cookie or something, and then you try like a red wine, and then it's dry, and then you're like, this doesn't taste good. It tastes really bitter. So foods complement the taste, because if it doesn't work, it won't taste right.
Well, speaking of taste, let's take a bite.
Let's take a bite.
It's delicious.
You must. It's delicious. I can. I had something to it. I'm sorry. It's really good. The smell was taking me over.
Oh.
Yeah.
This is good.
Yes.
This is so good.
We don't say good on this show.
Oh, what do we say?
This is delish.
This is delish.
This is delish.
Absolutely.
Okay. One more delish bite.
I know, right? We gotta get back to some more questions. Okay. So, what made you decide to start this new venture?
Well, like I said, I am a wine drinker. So I love me some wine. So I was just like, I was kind of doing me some surfing and, with my new adventures and stuff like that I do have. I was like, what good idea is to not learn more about it, and I can sell wine. So that's a part of that, being a wine guy. as we host the parties or whatever, like we just try to make sure, we educate you. So don't just be a regular wine drinker. Don't just go to the store and just grab you a bottle and just say,
Stella. Don't just go to the bar. Okay, look. So Stella's good. I love Stella Rosa. But don't be a minuscule wine drinker. Like, expand your palate.
I tell people all the time when it comes to Stella.
That's my favorite too.
Hey.
I love Stella Black. I love Stella Black. I love Stella Blueberry. But, we got to expand our palate.
Exactly. And don't get me wrong. Stella is a good wine. It is a good wine. But like I tell people, I want the buzz, not the fuzz.
All right. So let's see. Gas prices. What do you think? Do you think we should get another stimulus? Like, what y'all think?
Yes.
Gas prices are too freaking much.
We need to get a gas stimulus.
No. See, okay, so Lori Lightfoot decided that she's going to do a lottery in the state of Illinois, the city of Chicago, and she's going to give out gas cards, $50 gas cards. I say scratch that.
$50?
We need another stimulus. Biden.
Yeah.
Byron.
Byron.
It doesn't necessarily even have to be $1,200. It doesn't have to be $800. It could be a $500 stimulus. Times are hard right now. Like, the economy is horrible. The cost of living.
I want $1,200. Let me tell you, look, I have a mid-sized car.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Usually when we're at a good level of gas, my car fills up about $40, $45. Okay. Half the tank, that would put me about $20.
Mm-hmm.
When I put $20 in my car now,
it does nothing.
My car be like,
girl, what did you think that was?
That's it. And it's like, well, what did you do with it? So $1,200, like I go through 20s that much. So like the other day I filled up my car. I paid about $65 to fill up the whole tank. So, and I'm a mom. I take my kids to school. That's Monday through Friday, 5 days out of the week. Let's not forget groceries, errands.
Yeah.
We have to do things.
Yes.
Parents,
Okay.
So,
okay, not $1,200, $800. Can I get an $800 stimulus, Biden?
I'm still on 12.
Oh my God. Okay, so what TV shows are you watching right now? What are you binging on? What are you into?
Okay, so my friend had told me about this TV show, and it's called Billions. I think it's called Billions.
Yes.
Sounds like
I don't know anyone else who watched that show. I'm so glad you watch it. Yeah,
sounds like Mr. Prophet knows about Billions.
I'm sorry.
So if you watch Billions, everybody give it a thumbs up right now in the chat.
Yeah.
Give it a thumbs up. Give it a thumbs up. Give it a thumbs up. So we know, and he knows that you are watching it too.
Because look, and for me to be in the starting out in the business industry, like I don't just watch it. I also pick up certain things in it so that I'm like, okay, that's good, or that helps out. And then, because pretty much to be a business person, man or woman, like you have to be the strong person.
Yes,
like you can't get swindled.
No.
You have to watch people.
Yes.
When you're making deals, you have to make sure, mentally that you're making a good profit, if it's going to help you, if it's going to give you a loss. So that's a lot. And that TV show, like, it's very entertaining, but it gives you the aspect of the business world. And it's like, okay. And he does trading. So it's like, okay. And it's like, oh, y'all have to watch it. Y'all have to watch Billions. Okay. I'm binge watching it off of Amazon Prime right now. So yeah, it's a follow-up, but it's so good. It's so good. And it's like, you always have to be like one step ahead of everybody.
Always
because it's like, if you don't, you're going to get screwed. You can get sued. Like, it's a lot. But I love that TV show. And then another TV show that I'm actually waiting on to come on, I was just thinking about this the other day. It's called Siren. I don't know if you ever heard of it, but it's called Siren. I watch it on Hulu because I think it only comes on Hulu, but I love it. It's like this mermaid and stuff, and it's about and she's like, what's going on? And they done came over, and she done brought family over, so now they're trying to live amongst the humans.
Oh wow!
I love
you like fantasy stuff.
Yes, I'm a big fantasy person. I love it.
I'm watching Atlanta. The first episode. If you have not watched this season of Atlanta, at least watch the first episode.
Okay.
The first episode was phenomenal. It told the story of, I don't know if you remember, the little black boy that they took the picture of a couple of years ago that ran up to and hugged the white police officer when they were out protesting for Black Lives Matter.
Okay.
It tells his story, but it tells his story in a different manner. Like it's the ending that all Black people actually wanted for this child.
Okay.
So if you have not watched Atlanta, please tune in. Like I said, just at least watch the first episode. Just one episode. I promise you, it's phenomenal. It will blow your mind. I promise you. Third season right now. And I think this is the
season 3?
Yeah, season 3 or
I think it's 4.
4?
I think it's 4.
It's 3 or 4, but I know that this is the final season.
Yeah.
So they're not even filming in Atlanta. They're doing something where they're filming overseas, in Europe. So it's a different take on the show altogether this season. So watch that.
I'll try to watch
And you know that story with that lake?
Yes.
I didn't know about that.
I didn't know that story either. Like Plastic, I did not know that story either about if Black people living under.
Right.
I was like, wait, what? Are you serious? You cannot be for real. So please tune in, watch Atlanta. And of course, I'm watching Chicago Med because I'm on there, you know. Every Wednesday night, look for your girl. So since you are sommelier, and you said that you have infatuation with wines, what would be your favorite? Like, if you had to drink one wine for the rest of your life, what would it be? I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I'm drinking Stella Black. I don't care what she say. I'm drinking Stella Black because you can mix that with a Douce and a Hennessy.
See, and that sounds like a chaser to me. Look,
you know what?
Look, check that percentage on that bottle and you tell me.
Where's the percentage? This is 14%. That Stella Black got the same.
No, you sure?
I'm so sure.
Oh, okay.
You do research.
Sip. Look, sip.
Take a sip.
Sip.
And part of people, please don't get us confused with the Jessie Smollett.
Oh no, we know Jessie Smollett or Smollett. She was Smollett.
I don't even. Hey.
Don't get it twisted.
So about this pasta.
No, about your wine. The only wine that you could drink for the rest of your life. What would it be?
I would say, because I like red and white. So if I was to choose, I really would say a red.
Okay.
And I would kind of say more like, if it could be like a blend between like a Cabernet or like a Malbec, that would be it. Because like it's smooth. And then like red wine, it's good for you. Like it lowers your blood pressure. Like look, a glass of wine a day will keep everyone away.
Okay, so what are 3 things that you have learned since starting your journey in entrepreneurship? What are 3 things that you've learned?
The word body. Like when it comes to describing wine, I can say they separated with like light, medium, heavy. And I'm like, well, what do you mean when you're saying different type of body of wines? So it's pretty much body is like flavor.
Okay.
So like if you're just not really a wine, like say for instance, if you wasn't eating and you're just tasting different wines, like you can taste like the flavor. So you'll say, okay, like if I'm tasting like a Moscato, Moscato is particularly on the light,
very sweet too,
and it's on the light side. I could say the more flavor of it puts it on the level.
Okay.
So if it's more like a light, semi bitter, that's considered light.
Okay.
Medium is more like in the midst of like flavor.
So like Chardonnays. Is
Yes.
what I was speaking of earlier.
Yep.
Okay.
And then like heavy would be like, so I believe Merlot is a heavy body.
Okay.
Full of flavor, tannins, and it's strong. Okay. So you'll be like mostly you'll know that heavy body wines are more like the ones that people consider very dry or very bitter. So if you taste and you're like, oh, I'm a sweet person, I like sweet wine more, or semi-sweet, then you're on the light side. You're a lightweight.
Okay.
You're lightweight, honey.
Like the baby wine. We drinking real wine over here. Baby wine.
Look, so like I tell people, like I go it's certain Moscatos that I do like, but I don't really do, because some companies they do make them when they're very sweet.
Okay.
So, and it's like the lighter the wine is, then it's the shorter time it was created. The heavier it is,
The longer
it's been processed.
Gotcha.
So that's how you do it.
Okay.
So yeah.
And what other businesses do you currently or have you had your hands in?
Well, so I do have a body care business. It's called Butter Babes. So I've been working on like body care, and I've developed like a body cream and a body butter for your skin. I have eczema. My kids have eczema, so we have all those skin problems. So I've been developing on that. It's kind of been like on a slight hold because I want to get it into a storefront.
Gotcha.
So I still kind of do it, for personal and stuff like that. But once I go ahead and, get to where I'm trying to get, which is in the storefront, that's where it's going to be.
Okay.
Let's see. I am also developing a wine coloring book. So that's something that I'm doing too. So that's in the process. So yes, for all you wine drinkers, if you like sipping and coloring, we can do that too.
Very relaxing.
Relaxing. Sometimes I just like when I'm done, or even like if I'm doing laundry of the day and I have nothing to do, because I'm like, when you say binge watching, that's what I really do, because I don't watch TV much.
Right.
So when I do get a chance and I sit down and
watching seasons after season,
I watch season after season, because I'm like, okay, today I'll watch TV. Tomorrow I might be doing laundry. When I'm doing laundry and I'm waiting, I'll sit down, I'll do some coloring, I'll do some wine drinking. Hey, I even do wine drinking when I'm watching TV. So
that's when I typically do most of my wine.
See?
I'm watching.
Look, are you one of those people that's like, what are you doing? That's dumb. The people that talk back to the TV.
I don't talk to the TV now. You make a mistake, Look,
and
that's on
me.
You. That's on you.
I am a TV talker. I'm like, now why would you go and do that? That was just dumb.
But okay, so I think I'm not that way because I work in the business, so I kind of know like that's storyline. We're going somewhere. We're going
but it's
somewhere.
Interesting.
Storyline.
It's interesting because it's like sometimes when you're watching certain TV shows, you'll be like, I didn't expect that to happen. So when it happens, like, what did you do that for?
I'm always expecting. I'm always on the expecting end.
See? But like you said, you're in the industry, so yeah, you know how to work with it.
Yeah. Okay. So now we're doing something a little bit different this season.
Okay.
So we're gonna make it a little fun. We are gonna play a game called This or That.
I am not a good game player.
It's very simple. So I kind of stole this concept from a podcast that I like watching, Drink Champs. And it's kind of how they do it is quick time response. So you basically pick one or the other, or you pick both. We only have a little bit of wine, so we're not gonna take any shots. But yeah, so we're gonna play.
You should have told me.
So we're gonna play this or that really quick. Like 10 questions.
Okay.
Ready? Like it has to be really quick.
So as soon as you give me the question, I have to answer it?
Yes. Ain't no thinking about it. You have to.
She powering herself up.
Ready?
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Playlist of podcasts.
Playlist.
Barbecue sauce or mal sauce?
Mal sauce.
Drive-ins or dine in or dine out?
Dine in.
Sausage or bacon?
Bacon.
Pancakes or waffles?
Pancakes.
An electric stove or gas stove?
Ooh. Electric.
Ice cream or cake?
Cake.
TV or movies?
Movies.
Wings or ribs?
Okay, so
you can choose both if you like. But if you want to, okay, I'll let you.
Because see, I don't eat pork, but like that's like my devil's play. Like holidays, that summertime shot.
Oh, me too.
I want a rib. So I'm gonna go with a rib today.
You're going to rib today? Okay. Let's see. Lobster or crab?
Crab.
Pudding or Jello?
Jello.
Iced coffee or hot coffee?
Iced coffee.
And the last one, Facebook or IG?
I'm gonna say say IG. Even though I be on my Facebook a lot, I'm gonna say IG. Because you get sometimes you get to separate that whole talking thing, the posts that they do on Facebook. Just show me a picture.
Just show me what you're doing with your life.
I don't hear you. Just
want to hear you.
I just want to see you.
Show me what you're doing.
I'm a scenery type of person. I like the visualization. Yes, like tell me where were you at yesterday? Is it nice? Was it beautiful? Was it pretty? The scenery. I'm a scenery person. So yeah.
So how can my audience get in contact with you if they want to host a wine party, if they want to check out your body butters, if they want to get in touch with you about this adult coloring book? Where can they find you? Give them your information.
Okay, well, I do have a Facebook, so you can search me up as Ivory Brown. I will have a link posted for the winery within the Traveling Vineyard. So that link will be given later on social media, and you can find all that information on my social media of Ivory Brown. You can just easily search me, IVORYBROWN, and you'll easily find me.
On Facebook and IG.
On Facebook. I don't really post my wine on IG because I'm trying to develop my Facebook first.
Well,
and then once I get over that.
Man, I said your body butter and stuff too. You sell your body butter on IG, right?
Yes.
Tell the people about your body butter.
Well, the body butter is Butter Babes. BUTTA_BABZ. So yes, and you can find that on Facebook as well. Yes. But mainly BABZ, yes. But mainly to get in contact with me, you can definitely find me on my Facebook, Ivory Brown. And I'll definitely direct you to everything else.
Want to say hello to anybody?
Well, my mom.
Hey, auntie.
Hey.
Hey, girl.
My dad. Hey.
Hey.
Family. My kids. Hey, girls. And just, hey, life.
We also want to extend a happy belated birthday to my sister. And her twin. They just celebrated their birthdays this past weekend. I'm mad I missed the turn up.
It's okay. We're gonna have another one.
Okay.
You know, I like to celebrate my birthday more than once. So, and then I'm starting to do like on my journey because like I do the whole spiritual thing. So I'm trying to incorporate 3 birthdays out of the year.
A series of celebrations.
Yeah.
Yes. Series of celebrations.
Like you can never stop celebrating yourself.
She's crazy. She's crazy, y'all.
You don't never stop celebrating yourself.
She's crazy, y'all.
Never.
She's crazy.
All the time.
She's crazy. She's crazy. I celebrate my birthday for the entire Scorpio season. And once that's over with, it's over with. It's over with. It's over. They're in Aries. It's no longer Pisces season. It's over.
Okay, well, guess what? We're gonna go into another season. So, Cancer season and then Scorpio season.
Oh, she's celebrating her moon and her rising.
Yes. So yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
I want to thank my sister for stopping through, for eating with me, for bringing this lovely bottle of wine. It actually tastes really good. So if you would love to host your own wine party, please get in touch with my sister. I promise you this Belando was delicious. It's not really heavy. It's not dry. It's not like I thought it would be. It paired very well with
But guess
dish.
what? Because I complimented it with what you were cooking. Now I bet you if we had something like, let's something that's probably sweet. Ribs.
Stella Rosa.
Food.
Oh, food. Oh, my caramel apple dump cake.
That you would have been like, I don't like this.
We paired that with a Riesling.
See? And
I did that.
But guess what? How does Riesling taste?
It was really good.
And what's the flavor of it?
It was sweet.
Exactly.
It wasn't really
so
sweet.
So usually you have to keep sweet with sweet.
But I did that. I didn't even ask her for no help. I did.
It's okay.
I'm a sommelier too.
I think we got a
Two.
Martha Stewart.
So she's
Whole nother level.
Martha. Little Martha.
Little
Okay.
Martha from the 290. So again, I want to thank my sister for coming on. I'm gonna open the comments up to questions. If you have any questions for her right now, if the fellas want to speak while they're off camera, if they have any questions, feel free to ask. We have a couple more minutes before we wrap this thing on up.
And now we're in the shy. Let's get those wine parties.
I got a comment. So, I was not trying to flex. I was in Paris a couple years ago.
Okay.
And we went to
Life is lifeless.
It's okay.
And
It's on my list.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Trust. Oh man, you, especially with you and Somalia, you love it. So we went to this wine tasting, and they told us that it's illegal. It's outlawed in France to add sugar to wine. So every wine you drink in France, or even comes from France, is all sugar free. But in the United States, though, there's no type of bounds when it comes to like sugar added or anything like that. Are there any sugar-free wines that are produced in the United States that you might know about, like offhand?
Okay, so usually how wine is fermented from grapes. So grapes have grapes have a natural sugar. Right. Because it's a berry, it's a fruit. Yeah. So it's not really like you could say there's not sugar in it, because in order to make wine, you have to use grapes. Yeah. So I would not necessarily say that there's a wine that doesn't have absolutely no sugar in it, because they all would, because it comes from a grape.
Do you know the added? Yeah, what like the added sugar? Like, do you know if are there any like wines that are produced here in the United States, like from the vineyards here, that don't mess with added sugar?
Like, we don't mess with added sugars. Okay. So I can definitely speak for ourselves. For Traveling Vineyard, we don't add the sugar. So it's pretty much just all fermented. But I can definitely say most wineries and wine companies, they don't add the sugar, because it's like you could taste the difference. Yeah. So usually, like in a sweet wine, you would think that it's added sugar, but it also can come from like a certain grapes. So like we have like Concord grapes, Victorian grapes. So it just depends on like what grapes are used
and where they're grown from, right?
And where they're grown, because you can have a winery, and you have to also ask, because you grow the grapes from trees. So also what's in the areas that's planted around the grape trees. So like if you ever look at, like, I wish I brought my cards, but like we have cards, and it'll show you like some may say like oak. So it may be an oak tree that's planted nearby, and that mixes in with the growth of the grapes. Exactly, because it comes from the dirt. So when it's planted all around, you'll also taste that within the wine. So it's not really, and honestly, it's not really good to add, sugars to it, because it's like you're already drinking. Yeah. Like even with regular alcohol, it's a grain, so it turns into a natural sugar. So I don't know, maybe that's just something that they do over there in Paris. But yeah, right. So maybe that's something that they do, but I would definitely say it's not really, and it's definitely not something that is needed, because you'll take, just like this one, like you'll taste this wine, and it's not really sweet. Like it's not sweet at all. It's on the more bitter side. But that's because it's the tannins and then the type of grapes that was used that, were fermented to taste it. So I can't vouch and say that, that there are some that may or may not use sugars. But you'll pretty much know. And then like even if they put it like on their bottles, because it should be a description on each wine bottle, and they'll tell you if it's added sugars. Yeah. But the only thing mostly that you'll ever see is like sulfate. Okay. And that's just, what's naturally created within the wine during the fermentation process. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of like there was also a chemical process that happens. Yeah. And then we also, like with the Traveling Vineyard, we have this thing called a decanter. And I'm not sure, I wish I would have brought it with me, but it's like this little device that you use. And ours is like a little circle thing. And then you take mostly like red wines, because red wines usually have a lot of tannin in it. And then you just pour it in there, and what you're doing is you're draining the wine. And then once you get done, it just drains like all the rest of like the oak and stuff like that was used. And then, or like maybe leftover grape residue that's within it. And then once you drain it all and you pour it like in something, you'll see it.
It's like a cleaner wine.
Yeah.
Once you drink it. Okay.
Yeah. And then sometimes, like, because it has like ours, it says, say for instance, it looks like this. On the two sides, it has a hole in here and then a hole in there. And then the air goes through it. So it's kind of like a process where it lets the red wine lets the air touch it first before you drink it, and then it kind of give it like a subtle taste to it, where it doesn't seem so bitter.
Gotcha.
So yeah, it's good. So you can definitely check that out, www.travelingvineyard.com. You can order the wines. You can order some of the things that we do have, accessories. We have like wine toppers, so you can also use that. My link is www.travelingvineyard.com/we gonna be sipping.
We gonna be sipping.
Yes, because we gonna be sipping.
When we find out y'all throwing that pack of domino sugar in there, after y'all turn the lights out, y'all do like a little house party with the kids.
No.
Hey, boy, a gallon of sugar in here. Do you hear me? A gallon of sugar in a Dick Gregory. He just poured it.
You don't need we don't need the sugar. We don't need and the way I eat, I don't eat sugar at all. Like I specifically try to watch certain things that I do eat, but like white sugar, I don't use that. Even when I make my coffee, I use honey. And people like, you use honey? It's still a sweetener, but it's a natural sweetener. Mm-hmm. And sugar, you can't mess with that stuff. You get all that little belly, all that diabetes. So give me the honey.
Well, in the comments, I see we have Miss Yolanda Burnett. Hi, Miss Yolanda. She said Scorpios are the best and the baddest. Good show. Thank you, ma'am.
There you go.
We also have my baby in the chat. She said hello. Hi, Anaya.
Hi, Anaya.
We have Curly and Janine in the chat. Hey, you guys. Again, I hope Trey Sean's show is going excellent. So yeah, you guys, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this thing on up. We're gonna go ahead and put a bow on this thing. So next episode will definitely be a lit one. My next guests are also family. I'm sure you've seen them alongside of me on Chicago Med. They are Curly and Janine Curry. They are my brother and sister, and they will be coming on to speak about how they advocate the use for medical marijuana to combat PTSD and epilepsy and things of that. I promise you, it's going to be a lit show. We will be making a special. When I say special, cream cheese butter cake in honor of 420. So I promise you, it's going to be a lit show. Okay.
One more shout out.
What?
Okay, I want to shout out Ariel Belt. So if you guys like this little top, this sweater that I got on. So she's an upcoming influencer. It's called The Uplift Queen. She's on IG at The Uplift Queen. So and then she has like, a attire where this is like a sweater, so it's like a long sweater. I'm not sure if you guys can see it, and then she has like coffee mugs and stuff like that. And she's mostly like a self-care influencer. She wants to help women, be powerful,
and unlock the queen in them.
Yes, exactly. What does it say?
Unlock the queen. Okay, unlock the queen that is you.
Yeah. So check her out. I love everything about her and the uplifting. If you guys, feeling down one day and you just need to pick me up, check her out on IG. And don't forget to probably purchase some merchandise.
So again, you all, thank you so much for tuning in. Carpe diem, seize your day, seize your life. You know what I say. Take it, it's yours. Grab it by the hand. I am your girl, Chrissy Dior. This was the season premiere of Delish and Dior. Season 2. We did it, y'all. It was live. We live, man. Again, I want to thank my special guest, my sister, for coming on and sharing her knowledge and eating some delicious food with me. Again, my brother John Robinson in the house. He's on camera. Y'all can see him. But be sure to tune in to Watch Your Mouth, coming to you all at the end of this month. At the end of this month, you guys. So be on the lookout for it. I'll be promoting it on my Delish and Dior page, my personal Chrissy Dior page. Also, thank you to the one, the only, the big dog, Mr. Prophet himself. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. When I say I cannot express my gratitude, I am so grateful that you are taking this journey with me. Season 1 was amazing, but season 2, I promise y'all, it's gonna top season 1.
And thank you for having me.
You're welcome, girl. Yeah. It's gonna be lit. We outside now, so we outside. Okay, so we're gonna be kicking it. We got a lot of amazing dishes coming for you all this season. A lot of amazing guests coming for you this season as well. So yeah, you guys, if you're not subscribe, follow the Delish and Dior page on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, so you can stay up to date on all things Delish and Dior.
And tell your friends.
And tell your friends.
Family.
And tell your friends' friends. And tell your girlfriends. So we could be friends. And
All
we
your
could do this
girlfriends.
every other weekend. You feel me? All right. So again, I am your girl, Chrissy Dior. Peace out, y'all. I love you.
Make sure you bring that dump cake. I'm gonna bring the aluminum foil like you like.
The next.
And I got another wine for that one.
Another wine for that one. Cheers, you all. Enjoy your Saturday. Thank you for tuning in.
Carpe diem.